Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. This is the dawning of the Age of Aquarius, the Age of Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in, the sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in, the sun shine in. Let it in, honey, let it in and let it out. Let the sun shine out. Let the people see the light of God that is within thee. Let your light shine. Jupiter and Mars are aligned. The moon is in the 7th house. Number 7 for wisdom. Here's a Pisces in ascension, coming for the Lord's people, winning souls for God over evil, changing hearts and minds to grow. Because there you go, my sis. There you go, my bro. I don't want you to go. I want you to live. You were born to be alive. You are not born to die. You were born to be alive. Yes, we're going to die. But watch this. God said, death shall be the final enemy. Death shall be the final enemy. When we leave here, the souls are energy. The souls grow back to the Lord. They go back to God who gave. So now what we do, we grow. We trust the process and grow. We grow daily to God. See, we can't grow weekly. We can't grow twice a week. We can't grow 4 times a week. We got to grow each and every day. We got to do it the right way. So then we won't have to go back and do it again another way. Trying to get it right. Get it right the first time. So we're going to get it right because we're going to get right. When we get right, we get everything around us right. Everything around us start coming right. There go peace, love, and harmony. There it go. The age of Aquarius is dawning upon us. It's dawning upon each of us, the promised land. Sow love, here we grow. He saw it. I saw it. I imagine a dream. Imagine all the people living together in harmony. I live around it right now. Whole bunch of different folks, different color, different skin, one love, one God who created us. And it's something around the lighthouse, honey. It's really something. My grandbaby was crying last night, called me crying, and surprised me. Because, see, he was ready to go. Get out there in California, ready to go. Ready to grow. Out there with his grandpa, Grandpa, I'm telling you, Grandpa did pretty good for himself. He came up. He came up. So it's some time. Glory be to God. They're going to spend 2 months out there with their grandbaby. And, they'll be able to do for him and provide for him and kind of fill in. I've been filling in. Give him some time to fill in and put in. It takes a village, honey. It takes a village to raise a child. Let me tell you a whole lot more. It takes a lot nowadays. Things are just rising. Things just on the go. Rise. How high is it going to get? How high? How high are you trying to get it? Why don't you try to get you up and pull some other folks up? As you coming up, don't just come up by yourself. How high? How high can a bag of apples get that grow free from the earth? How high? How much you gonna charge? How you guys gonna keep going up? The salaries ain't going up. My salary ain't went up. As everything around us, gas prices, all this other stuff's going up, but the salaries ain't going. Okay, if everything's going up, everything's supposed to go up. Not just some things. If everything's going up, everything's supposed to go up. And that means salaries. That means our salary is supposed to be matching. You see what gas is? how much gas it costs to drive to work? Okay, but you ain't gonna jack up the salary. Okay, well, I need to be working from home then. You need to give me the recipe down there, for the food. I cook it from here. They can pick it up. I'm telling you, we need to do something, honey. But see, the thing of it is, praise God, I can walk down there. Because them people go crazy about that food down there, honey. The line wrapped around the building. They sit there and they wait. They don't care. They wait. And they make sure a lot of them, you have to make sure, a lot of time you have to make sure it's right in the drive-through. I heard that old saying, I go, but it's not always our fault. It be honest mistakes that's made. So check your order at the window, as you grow. Just pause for a second, reflect on the beauty that here God done blessed me while I'm able in the high gas prices to sit here and go buy some food to put on my table so my house can have meat too. So as you pause for a second, giving God the glory for your story, pause for a second and check through the bag, make sure everything, good to go. Then you good to grow, so go head on, grow forth in love. I'm telling you, honey, we are here to live, born to be alive. Just like I told my grandbaby, make it beautiful. Just like he told me one day, he told me the same thing. When I was going through whatever, he just came and told, he said, well, life is beautiful, make life beautiful. That's what it is. And that's where I got it from. Pretty much got it. I was saying it, but he reiterated it. Revelation, a confirmation. He went ahead and reiterated that for me. See, iron sharpens iron, and they keep me sharp. The folks God got around me, especially that little one, he come with wisdom. He just come on in. As soon as he got to talking, he ready to tell you a thing or two, honey. That's why I named him after Emmett Till, Bobo. That was my little nickname, but my daughter said it's time to grow from Bobo. He's Mikhail. So, that's what we gonna call him, because she's sure to remind you, he is Mikhail. So, we grandparents, we respect our children. Those are our children's children. So we okay, that's what you say. But I have to keep reminding myself, because I forget. It's been Bobo since he was a baby. So I forget. No, Bobo, and so there she go. Give me a little pinch to remind me, and it's so sweet, the relationship that I have with my baby. I thank God for it, because my baby suffered. My baby suffered child abuse at the hands of her stepmother out in California, and it drove her into a mental breakdown. And she has been mentally gone for 15 years. And now we are finally getting her back. Glory be to God. I spoke over my child. I prayed over my child. From my lips to God's ears, God heard and changed her to grow. My baby is growing. She's listening to me. She's answering the telephone. Used to be a time you couldn't get two words in. It was, and then she'd click and hang up on you. She wouldn't hear nothing you want to say. Me and her dad had on three-way, and he trying to tell me what to do, and I'm telling him, well, you can't say she's grown. The people already said that we can't do anything. It's all up to her what she want to do. She's not a child anymore. But glory be to God, after all these years, and I done had her baby. Glory be to God. God done turned her around and set her feet on solid, righteous ground. And she is growing in God. See, it's already in us. We already know. Spirit love we were born with. We already know how to love. But we done piled some other stuff on top of that. See, she had to finally let go of that hurt and what happened to her, because she carried that around, as my son is not carrying it around. He's been carrying it around, but he carries it around in a different way. See, we take oppression out on ourselves, or we take it out on others. We are all under oppression. All races are critical. That is no theory. You just step out the door and there goes trouble. But before you go, this is what you do, meditate. You don't have to get down on your knees. Just meditate over to the Lord. Be led. Let God lead. Meditate and then let God lead. Be led by God. Be led forth in love. It's just like you're going to glide forth. You're just going to do what's in front of you each and every day. You're just going to grow with the flow of God, just as I do. I meditate before I get on here. Sometimes, watch this. See, anxiety ain't over me, but watch this. Anxiety tries. Anxiety tries to come in and say, oh, you ain't ready, you can't do it. What you want? What you gonna talk about? What you gonna tell them? Well, how you gonna say? You know, and doubt tries to seep in. But see, the power of God that's greater than me, push that doubt on away from me. Push that anxiety, ain't no anxiety. What? Push that on away from me so that I'm able to grow for God. So that I'm able to lift someone and then there I be lifted. Because if I'm unable to lift someone, what am I here for? Because material things don't mean anything. I could be out here for self and be out here for me and trying to get it all, trying to have it all. But it don't mean anything. It means more to me to see that I got a school over there in Africa and some children are going to school and smiles on their faces. They got food to eat. They are off the street. God showed me the way. God had a beautiful plan. Sow Love, here we stand. I'm so grateful and thankful to God that I'm able to look over there when I want to and see their smiling faces, knowing they getting an education. They growing up in the eyes of God under leadership, people who love them. We just got a volunteer teacher. Somebody just volunteered to come in. You know, the ambassador's telling me so much stuff. I haven't even addressed that. It's so much. Everything he touched turns to grow because I pray so. The man got a heart of gold. He just out there just doing so much, and he's a real life hero. He's a firefighter who God allowed to cross my path so we can help these children have a better life off the street, out the way of evil. See, because look, we can sit back and stand up here and say, well, that's sad. That's terrible. And then just go on over here, you know, and do us. But see, we're here for others, not just self. Because as you lift others, you lift yourself. You will lift you. You gonna rise. You gonna rise and grab some other folks up and lift them up. Because God is watching us. The Spirit of God is within us. That is the Comforter. And near the by and the by and by is the Lord, watching us from a distance. So I'm here to tell you, get your heart right. That's all you got to do. Get your heart right. Love. Sow love for the breakthrough. See, you're going to grow anyway. So while you're here growing, grow in God for a better way. Stop doing that. You know you ain't right. You know what you're doing. Ain't nobody got to tell you. See, you can duck down in the pew. You can hide from the preacher. You can duck around the deacon. You can dodge that collection plate when it come by. But the one thing that you cannot do, where you cannot hide, and that is from God. See, God knows your heart. Whatever you out there doing, God knows your heart. That's why I said I'm going to send her flowers over here because she over here trying to help folks. You know, and I got, you know, she over here doing what she can do and to help people. You know, God put this woman over here next door to me. I prayed for her. I prayed for her. I did. And God put exactly what I prayed for next door to me. To God be the glory for the whole growth story. That's why I said she going to be included in my monthly what I put in to grow. She's going to be included in because I put my all into grow. Everything. I put it all into God. Everything. I'm not here for me. A very dear friend of mine. Guess he got tired of seeing me wearing the same old shoes. I was getting ready to go buy me some shoes. Went and bought me a pair of shoes. I'm so grateful and thankful for those shoes. If I had the money, I wouldn't buy 1,000 pairs of shoes. I only got 2 feet. See, there's more feet to cover. There's more feet to cover. I just bought some shoes for babies walking around over there with no shoes, no school supplies. God has shown me that I'm not here for me. I wasn't here to be the running behind dutiful wife, running up in somebody else's twisted up dreams that they had for me. Some twisted up, messed up dreams. Just gullible, just a dutiful, gullible Christian wife. Just he the head of me. I just follow behind whatever he say. I'm supposed to stay in my lane. I ain't supposed to look at his phone. I ain't supposed to know what he doing. I know he just bring the money home. Honey, what about my dignity? What about my RESPECT? You need to find out what it means to me. Just like this lady here, the landlord. They was over here today because she said she the landlord. But thank God, there is a God that's over the landlord. Because they over here today, honey, it's hot. It's 100 degrees outside. Over here trimming bushes. Who trim bushes when it's hot anyway? But anyway, they outside all in the winter. Ain't gave nobody no time to get dressed. Nobody notice or nothing. Because they can come over here to the lighthouse when they want to. Because they the landlord. But honey, let me tell you. There is a God. See, I don't let people bother me. See, I let people bother me, but honey, look here. I said I ain't changing. I ain't changing. It's hot, so I got the blinds open. I want to let a little light in. So he peeping all in the window, the bush right by the window, the bush where the birds at, that's right by the window. He all in the window. He seen me. I'm in right here at the table. If I'm in here, he gonna see me. So, I'm in my nightgown. So that's what he's seen. See, you better think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. You better think. Your mind gonna let you be free to grow. Freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. I'm telling you, God gonna give him some freedom, honey. Telling you, you gotta do right. Just because you the landlord, you got to get notice when you want to come by. They want to come by here every day if they can. And I understand it's their property. Ride by and see it because I ain't doing nothing. You ain't going to see nothing over here, honey, except me going back and forth, going to work. Maybe walking around here to the store or something. That's all you're going to see. That's it over here. Sorry if you expected something else, but that's it. You want to know what I'm doing on the inside, make an appointment. Don't just say you want to walk through. Once you walk through, you got to walk through right. You ain't walking through right, then you walk through and walk straight through, come over here, straight through. Then come stop and look at the refrigerator like she said she's going to do. Walk straight through, over here, looked at the chicken house. And want to tell me that the man next door, that's where he work at. So I'm glad she told me that, so I knew that, I was aware of that. That was God, but she ain't need to walk through no more. And thank God he gone, the peeping Tom. That man, ain't no way we would have been able to leave and go on our job and walk the way we do if he'd have been around here. He was always staring at us, looking at us, quitting jobs and being at home all the time, always out there working on cars, outside looking, peeping. I want to be your man, but you got a woman. I want to be your man, but you got a woman, a whole woman and a baby. Tripping, just clowning. What's wrong with people? Why folks can't leave people alone? I don't bother nobody. I wasn't bothering him. He's sitting all in front of my door. If I decide to open up the door, he got to come outside and sit in front of it. That's foolishness. Bothering people. I'm telling you. And I'm just trying to find peace, honey. That's all I do is just try to find peace. And then I brought that cat in. But, glory be to God. Glory be to God. He helped my daughter. He did. He helped my daughter. And I believe, I pray, and I believe that he was rehome because he was only a year old. So he was a sweet cat to them. Anyway, I didn't mean to get on him, but, every once in a while I'm reminded, because he was always here walking around, creeping around, around corners and stuff, pouncing, because that's what they do. That's what cats do, but he only did it to me. He didn't want to be upstairs with his owner. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I had to have peace of mind. I can't have a cat stalking me and I'm in here trying to record and trying to have peace. I didn't ask for a cat. She did. And then he didn't even want to be up there with her. She tried to make him be up there and he broke the door down to come down. The door don't even lock no more. Can't lock the door. He scratched all up under the carpet because he was going to scratch his way out to come down here. It was something. Anyway. Growing for a better way. Out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. Grow. Let's grow. To God be the glory. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. Grow. Let's grow. To God be the glory. It's out of sight. Kings and queens, rise to reach your greatness. Greatness in God. I'm telling you, rise to reach your greatness each and every day. My baby, he's all right. I told him to make it a beautiful day like he told me. We recited the Lord's Prayer. God bless you as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's what my grandmother used to do with me, have me to recite the Lord's Prayer with her. So when we did, he felt so much better. And I explained to him that me and Grandpa out there want to have some fun and spend some time with him too, like we did. So he felt a whole lot better, dried his tears. So, love, grow. God bless you as you grow. I love you. Peace.